Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to another video today. My name is Chris, and today we're going to be going over the non-liquidating and liquidating Sears and Kmart stores, which yes, this map has been updated by NonLiquidating Retail as of Thursday, August 3rd, 2023. So with the closure of the Kmart discount department store located at the Westwood Plaza Shopping Center in Westwood, New Jersey, which will be occurring on Saturday, September 30th of 2023, due to the Bergen County Blue laws that prevent all non-essential retailers in every single Bergen County municipality from opening up on Sundays. We are now down to 6 Kmart stores and 11 Sears and Roebuck stores. Combine both numbers together, and you get approximately 17 non-liquidating Sears and Kmart stores. So, let's take a look at the list of the non-liquidating and liquidating Sears and Kmart stores. So, first thing we're actually going to change this title here. It's the one thing I forgot to do. So we have 6 Kmarts and 11 Sears and Roebuck stores. So Kmart Continental Mainland United States, we have the Kmart store at the Bridgehampton Common Shopping Center in Bridgehampton, New York, is the last non-small Kmart that is closing. It is unbelievable to say that that is the last full-line Kmart without being subdivided in the United States of America, mainland United States of America, of course. And then the other remaining Kmart, obviously, it's the Kmart store at the Kendall Lakes Plaza Shopping Center in Kendall Lakes, Miami, Florida. Then we have Kmart off mainland continental United States. We have the Kmart store in Tallman, Guam, the Kmart store at the Sunny Isle Shopping Center in St. Croix, United States Virgin Islands. The last one on St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands, it's not closing. And then we have the other 2 Kmart stores that are still operating. We have the Kmart store at the Tutu Park Mall in St. Thomas, United States Virgin Islands, and the Kmart store at the Lockhart Garden Shopping Center in St. Thomas, United States Virgin Islands. Then we get to Sears, Continental Mainland United States. We have the Sears store, and these are all Sears and Roebuck, but I'm going to be calling them Sears for simplification purposes of this particular part of the video. So we have the Sears store at the Sun Valley Shopping Center in Concord, California, the Sears store at the Webstertown Mall in Stockton, California, the Sears store at the Whitwood Town Center in Whittier, California, the freestanding Sears store in Coral Gables, Miami, Florida, the Sears store at the Florida Mall in Orlando, Florida, the Sears store at the Gardens Mall in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, the Sears store at the South Shore Plaza in Braintree, Massachusetts, and the Sears store at the Newport Center Mall in Jersey City, New Jersey, the last presence of Transform Co. within the state of New Jersey in terms of non-closing operations, obviously. The Sears store at the Cielo Vista Mall in El Paso, Texas, and finally the Sears store at the Westfield South Center in Tukwila, Washington State. We have Sears off mainland continental United States. We have the Sears store at Plaza Las Americas Mall in San Juan, Puerto Rico. And liquidating store closing in August of 2023. It's actually 2 Kmart stores, believe it or not. So the liquidating store that will be closing in August of 2023, it's the Kmart store at the Sunshine Mall in St. Croix, United States Virgin Islands, and liquidating store closing Saturday, September 30th of 2023. It's the Kmart store at the Westwood Plaza Shopping Center in Westwood, New Jersey, and obviously it will be closing on Saturday versus a Sunday because of the Bergen County Blue laws that prevent all non-essential retailers from operating on Sundays. You guys get the point. Alright, so with the list being through, let's go ahead and now we're going to go on the interactive map and kind of go through location by location by location of the map that was created by NonLiquidating Retail. So first we're going to start out in the near the Northern Marine Islands, just south of them, and we're going to start out in Guam. So we have the Kmart store just north of the Antonio B. Juan International Airport. This Kmart store does, I believe, still happen to have a Little Caesars Pizza inside the Kmart discount department store, and I believe a Kmart pharmacy as well, something that's becoming very hard to find. And again, it's the Kmart store in Tallman, Guam. Alright, and we're going to make our way this way, east of the Pacific Ocean, because the next Sears store that we're going to hit, it's the Sears store at the Westfield South Center Mall in Tukwila, Washington State. This is the last Sears store at a Westfield property, the last Sears store in the Pacific region of the United States, and as well as being the last Sears store in the state of Washington. So there's a lot of lasts with this Sears and Roebuck store, or Sears store rather. And again, it's the Sears store at the Westfield South Center Mall in Tukwila, Washington State. Alright, as we make our down the west coast of the United States, the next Sears store that we're going to hit, it's actually two of them just outside of the Greater Bay Area of California. We have the Sears store in Concord, and this Sears store is located at the Sun Valley Shopping Center in Concord, California. Again, this is one of two remaining Sears locations within the Greater Bay Area that are still operating as of today, but that could change depending on, if somebody buys out the space. But for the sake of this, it's the Sears store at the Sun Valley Shopping Center in Concord, California. All right, and we're going to make our way east of California because the next Sears store that we're going to hit, it's going to be the Sears store at the Webstertown Mall in Stockton, California. It's unbelievable that these two Sears stores are still operating within a pretty close distance of each other. That's pretty significant in 2023 because Sears stores are becoming obviously very hard to find, especially ones that are operating. So the fact that these two are you could probably see both of these Sears stores within the same day is just unbelievable in 2023. So again, it's the Sears store at the Webstertown Mall in Stockton, California. Alright, as we make our way down the coast of California, just outside of the greater Los Angeles area, the next Sears store that we're going to hit, and it's the last one in the greater Los Angeles area of any transform code type, by the way, it's the Sears store at the Whitwood Town Center in Whittier, California. Again, this is the last full-line Sears department store within the greater Los Angeles area. Once this closes, there will be no more presence of Sears in the greater Los Angeles area once this store does close. Alright, and as we get to the Sunbelt region of the United States, the next Sears store that we're going to hit, it's the Sears store at the Cielo Vista Mall in El Paso, Texas. It's amazing, and just south of the El Paso International Airport, by the way. It's amazing that this store has dodged so many closings, but it makes sense. Sears Mexico is pretty much the only reason that this store is still in business, and I wouldn't be surprised if Sears Mexico buys out this store altogether and they renovate it, but I think it's the only reason why this store is surviving. There's really no other reason of why this Sears store would hold on for so long, but it's the Sears store at the Cielo Vista Mall in El Paso, Texas. Make an adjustment. All right, so now that we've hit that store, let's get down to Puerto Rico, and then we're going to make our way up the east coast of the United States. Okay, so we're going to hit the U.S. Virgin Islands, and the first Kmart store that we're going to hit, because the other one in St. Croix is closing, it's the Kmart store at the Sunny Isles Shopping Center in St. Croix, United States Virgin Islands. This does not have a pharmacy nor a Little Caesars Pizza inside the Kmart discount department store. It's the last one on St. Croix, United States Virgin Islands, and it's at the Sunny Isles Shopping Center. Alright, and as we make our way north to the next Virgin Island, just a couple miles north via water, we get to the St. Thomas, United States Virgin Islands, and we have the Kmart store at the Lockhart Garden Shopping Center in St. Thomas, United States Virgin Islands. This is the very last two-level Kmart store left in the entire Kmart fleet. Once this closes, all Kmarts are single-level after this. And again, it's the Kmart store at the Lockhart Garden Shopping Center in St. Thomas, United States Virgin Islands. Okay, and as we go east here, we hit the next Kmart store, and it's the Kmart store at the Tutu Park Mall in St. Thomas, United States Virgin Islands. This has both a Kmart pharmacy as well as a Little Caesars Pizza inside the Kmart discount department store, and once again, it's the Kmart store at the Tutu Park Mall in St. Thomas, United States Virgin Islands. All right, and we're going to make our way west over to Puerto Rico, as that is the next store that we have to hit, and it is the Sears store at the Plaza Las Americas Mall in San Juan, Puerto Rico. This is the last presence of Sears in the Puerto Rico territory of the United States, so this is pretty significant at that, especially considering this is the last one in Puerto Rico. And they have a home department too, which is very interesting as well. So yeah, Sears store, Plaza Las Americas Mall, San Juan, Puerto Rico. All right, we're going to make our way to Florida next. Florida. because we have a couple stores that we have to take a look at here. So now, Florida is the last state in the United States of America to have both a Kmart and a Sears within a very close distance. Not only that, to have both a Sears and a Kmart within the same state, which is unbelievable. I never thought that that day would come. So the next Kmart store that we're going to hit, it's the Kmart store at the Kendall Lakes Plaza Shopping Center in Kendall Lakes, Miami, Florida. This Kmart has been downsized significantly in 2023. They moved to the left side over here to this part of the Kmart discount department store, and the rest of the building is expected to become an at-home because Transformco just loves milking on the real estate of the physical buildings. I know but that is the sad reality, and unfortunately that is what happened with Kmart in Westwood. Someone bought them out, and now SB360 is liquidating it. So again, we have the Kmart store at the Kendall Lakes Plaza Shopping Center in Kendall Lakes, Miami, Florida. We go a little bit northeast here. We have the Sears freestanding store in Coral Gables, Florida. This is pretty significant. They've actually closed off the second level too. This is the very last freestanding Sears store that has never been connected to a mall. Whittier does not count because that was connected to a mall at one point. This is the very last Sears store in the entire fleet that has never been connected to a mall, and that is pretty freaking significant. So we have the Sears store in Coral Gables, Miami, Florida. All right, and then the next Sears store that we're going to hit, it's just a few miles up, or a couple miles up the Florida East Coast and here it is. It's the Sears store at the Gardens Mall in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. This is actually the last Taubman Mall that a Sears full-line department store is in, so another pretty significant thing as well. And again, it's the Sears store at the Gardens Mall in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. All right, as we get to the central part of the state, the next Sears store that we're going to hit, it's going to be the Sears store just outside of Disney, Universal, and all the Orlando entertainment. It's the Sears store at the Florida Mall in Orlando, Florida. This is the very last presence of Sears in the central region of Florida. This one has also had its second level closed off as well. You know, clearly they're not maintaining anything at Sears, and pretty much anywhere where they don't have to be opened up on a second level due to mall reasons, they're just going to, you know, cut their losses altogether. And that really does, you know, signal that they're probably looking to close the store, especially if they close off the second floor. You could very automatically tell that they're probably looking to close the store pretty soon. It's just sad that Sears has really fallen into disarray and disrepair, but I think we can all point the blame at Mr. Lampert for milking on the real estate of each of the buildings and just trying to I mean, it's a genius strategy if you're in real estate, but it's, you know, the workers are the ones that get screwed at the end of the day. Okay, as we make our way up the East Coast, we actually only have 3 stores left to hit. That's unbelievable. So I don't have to boomerang back to New Jersey. I'm so used to it. But Kmart and Westwood. So with the closure of Kmart at the Westwood Plaza Shopping Center in Westwood, New Jersey, occurring on Saturday, September 30th of 2023, the only remaining Sears store left, or I'm sorry, the only remaining Transformco property left operating in New Jersey that is currently not being liquidated, it is the Sears store at the Newport Center Mall in Jersey City, New Jersey. This is the very last presence of Sears in the whole state. And yeah, so that's pretty freaking significant. There is Sears at Newport Center in Jersey City, New Jersey, is the last Transformco-owned property that is being operated and not liquidated. And again, it's the Sears store at the Newport Center Mall in Jersey City, New Jersey. All right, and as we make our way out to Long Island, we have to hit the next store, and it's actually a Kmart store. It's the Kmart store at the Bridgehampton Common Shopping Center in Bridgehampton, New York. This was known as the Martha Stewart Kmart because Martha Stewart, back in the day before she signed on with Macy's, used to make special appearances at this particular Kmart because I think she owns some property out in the Hamptons. She would come here, sign things. I'm sure that this was like 20 years ago, way before my time, but this was a pretty significant store as it played a pivotal role in her brand. So definitely this is a significant location at that. They're actually subdividing this too, but a very small portion of it. But this is the last Kmart store that is not being totally subdivided or liquidated. So this is going to be a pretty historical landmark now, because it's the last one operating. And again, it's the Kmart store at Bridgehampton Common Shopping Center in Bridgehampton, New York. All right, and now we don't have to boomerang back to New Jersey because we have to hit one more store, and it's literally right here. That's right, guys, the last one. We have the Sears store at the South Shore Plaza in Braintree, Massachusetts. The last one in New England, last Furniture & Co. property, New England and Massachusetts, and the last Sears store within the state of Massachusetts. So there's a lot of lasts. And again, it's the Sears store at the South Shore Plaza in Braintree, Massachusetts. Alright, so guys, that is going to do it for this video. That is all of the non-liquidating and liquidating Sears and Kmart stores. If there is another change, we'll make another video, but this is where we're at as of Thursday, August 3rd, 2023. So, anyways, guys, thank you again for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed this video, and, oh, and link to the list will be in the description below, and that will be it.